Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mad Dog Crap. It's a Wacky Wednesday prize night. We're looking to get some action. Looking to get it in. Who will be a winner? It's $15 tonight. Is the prize. $1,500 bankroll. Got to win by 1,000. And that's pretty much it. Got to be in the positive. Win by 1,000. Got to have over $1,000 positive. All right. Let's try to get this set up here. Let's see. Let's go over to the main stage. Hopefully, everybody's having a good night. The code tonight is M. Contact's kind of blurry here. All right, let's check it out. Code tonight is M6A9H3. All right, sorry about that. Once again, M6A9H3. All right. Let's get to the main stage of things. See how we're looking on the main stage. All right, and we'll bring that over a little bit. Give me a second here. Just going to get this set up. There we go. Since the dice get in that area. And let's go to work. Let's get over to Crapsee. Daniela, what's going on? Let's see you over in Crapsee so we can take a screenshot and see who's eligible tonight. All right. Crapsee, here we go. All right, reconnect. We got Buster 13, Caniella, Casti, Carlo. All right. It's 9:50. We'll take that screenshot right now. And there it is. Reconnect. All right, let's go to work. You know the routine, $1,500. Man, they keep telling me reconnect. Okay. All right, so 555 for the ATS. Man, those dice are moving. Let's actually get some background noise rocking. All right, let's go to work. All right, first shot of the day, 6521. We got $50 place bets all the way across. And we got a 5-1. Okay. And that will not count because Crapsee is tripping tonight. All right, let's go. We will re-roll. All right, re-rolling. Since it didn't get it out there. All right, those dice are moving. Let's make sure it goes through first. All right, there we go. 6521. See if we can get the same result. That was the main point. And we'll get a yo instead, 6-5. The yo. And we will turn off. Dice are moving. We got the yo. How low can you go? All right. 6521 once again. Midnight, double sexy. All right, my theory. Theory says this may be a short roll. If my midnight and yo is hit within 3 rolls of each other. All right. Oh, we'll see. I said that earlier, and we rolled a 27. So 6521. And we got a 1, 5, 6. All right, let's go to work. Dice are moving. Super point. All right, 6, 5, 2, 1. 5, 6, 10 or yo. Oh, and we got an 8, 6, 2 Duracell. The Duracell 8. Hater skater. Now or later. 6, 2, 8. All right, looking to get the DC to the outside. 6, 4, 6, 5. And we got the 2x4 piece of lumber front line. Weeder. All right, those dice are moving. Six, 5, 2, 1. Let's see if we can catch that 10. And we can. Hard 10, to be exact. Flowers. So we can lay the 9. All right, everyone. 5. We'll go 80 bucks. Let's go 70. 72 bucks. Lay. Damn. All right. All right, those dice are moving. Hard 10 was the call. Flowers. 55. All right. All right. Wait, gotta come down. DC, okay. DC is over the 6, okay. So we'll go 2, 4, 2, 6. 4, 8, 10 or more. And it's set on the wall, 5, 2, 7. Ugly. So ugly. But we'll get the DC and the lay bet. Change those dice. All right. Here we go. Let's see what we get. All right, 5, 5, 5. $50 levels across. $4 horn with a dollar crap check. 6521. And we get a 459. All right, that 9 will go to the lay for $50. 5 for Nina. Studio 54. 6465, looking to get the lay to the outside. And we got a 5 and 1 KitchenAid. The lay will go there. I mean, the DC will go there again. All right, now we'll come. All right. Going in that iron dome. Five and 1 KitchenAid. All right. 2426. Looking to stay away from that 6. We got a 6-3 Nina. There we go. All right. We need 2 payments for 25. All right. All we can hit is 5, 6, and 8. Badlands in the building. Let's check it out. Is he in the actual building? Oh, okay. I was about to say. All right. Badlands will be my stopper. His betting will help stop my prize money from going out. What's going on, sir? Let's get it. 2426. Trying to avoid that 6. 4, 8, 10 or horn. And they split. We got a horn. Ace deuce. The sauce. The salsa. Supervisor 420 in the building. Welcome. Let's see. 2426. 4, 8, 10 or horn. Oh, they kicked each other. 5, 2, 7. Five roller on that one. So we got a 7 and a 5. Up 274. Yellow tax. 369. Nice. All right, here we go. Dice are moving. 7 out. Changing the die. Six, 5, 2, 1. 5, 6, 10 or yo. Ah, and we hurt ourselves for the first time. Frontline winner. All right. We'll come back with the 555. But this time we'll be off since we got hit this time. 617. God, it's that time. All right, come on, 6521. And we got a 6410 on the end. All right. Time to go to work. Nice, so moving. We are now hitting down. 6410, the Impala. Six five two one. All right, here we go. 5610 of yo on the hitting down policy. Since we got our our come out bet knocked off. Then we got a hard 10. Front line. Peter. All right, we are off. Dice are moving. Hard 10. What's the call? All right. 6521. See where it takes us. It'll take us to an ace deuce. The sauce. And those dice are moving. AC deucey. Once again, 6521. And we got a 628. 8 is the point. Mark it up. All right, dice are moving. Still on the hitting down. Six five two one. Six four 10 on the end. Once again. And down. Dice for moving. The Impala 6-4. Six five two one 56 10 or yo. And we got a 3-2-5. 5 is coming down. Dice are moving. Going with the 6-4-6-5. We already took out the 5 and the 10. See if we can get us a 9. Mm-hmm. And we'll get a 5 right back. 3-2-5. That's a blank spot. So we'll have to respread. Dice are moving. 5 with the point. 3-2. Magic. Back to 6-5-2-1. And there goes the 3-4-7. All right, we made up some ground though. There we go. All right, coming out. We got 2 of 6. Caniella still in first. Costi Carlo in second. Thanks for dice. Followed by Supermiser. Buster 13. Badland. All right, here we go. 6-5-2-1. And we got a 2-1-3. Prime time. All right. Bets off. Bets off since we had a horn on the come out. 6-5-2-1 once again. Then we got a 5-3-8. Easy 8. All right, let's go to work. Since we had a horn, I'm going to option number 2 on the betting strategy. Here we go. 6-5-2-1. And we got a hard chin. Flowers. All right, 55. Flowers in the attic. All right. Dice are moving. Got a DC coming out. 6-4-6-5. Looking to get it to the outside. And we got a hard 6. DC will go to the 6. Dice are moving. All right, trying to stay away from that 6. 2, 4, 2, 6. 4, 8, 10 or horn. Yeah. 6, 2, 8. Front line. Wiener. Dice are moving. 6, 2, 8 was the call. Duracell. 2, 4, 2, 6. We got a 6, 3 Nina. Then 9. All right, those dice are moving. 6, 3, 9 was the call. All right, we go 6, 5, 2, 1. Oh, excuse me. 2, 4, 2, 6 still. Staying with that. DC is over the 6. And we got a 3, 1, 4 secondary point. Those dice are moving. Two, 4, 2, 6. 4, 8, 10 home. And we got a hard 6. We'll knock the DC off. And now we turn to hitting down. Hard 6 was the call. 2 trees. Double tree rewards. We got a hard 8. Hard 8 in the building. Dice are moving. Fofo Bulldog. Here we go. And we got the 437. All right. In that gutter, I am. All right. Can we get it rocking? Change those dice. And here we go. We got a 325 off in the corner. All right, here we go. 6465. 6465. Get that DC to the outside. And we got a 2x4 piece of lumber. All right. All right, here we go, hitting down. 2x4 piece of lumber. The lumber number. All right, here we go. 2426. Oh, lots of rolling around going on, but we got aces in both places. We got a private eye. Dice are moving. Those aces. Two, 4, 2, 6. Stay away from the 6 if we can. And we got a 314. Those dice are moving. $31, single cup of Joe. 2, 4, 2, 6. We got a 2x4 piece of lumber. Knocking myself off. Looking for that ace deuce though. Two by four piece of lumber. All right, here we go. And we got aces back again. Dice are moving. Aces in both places. 2 private eyes on the case. Can we solve it? And we got a hard 4. Beautiful. Dice are moving. Deuce, deuce. Double cup of Joe. We got a 1-4-5. Front line. Wiener. Dice are moving. 1-4-5. 6-5-2-1. We got a 5-1 KitchenAid mixer. Dice are moving. Six, 5-2-1. And we got a 6-4-10 on the end. Dice are moving. The Impala. 6-0. Six, 5-2-1. And they got a 5-4 Nina. Studio 54. All right, here we go. Dice are moving. Studio 54. In the club. 6-5-2-1. Then we got a 358. All right, so moving. 358. 6521. We got a hard 4. Nice and moving. Hard 4 was called. Two, 4, 2, 6. And we got an ace deuce. That's the small. Good thing I changed it up. Yeah, from the 6521. All right. All right, dice are moving. Six, 5, 2, 1. See if we can knock that yo down. Then we got the yo, 6, 5. Beautiful. Beautiful. Speak on it. Speak on it. 6, 5, Yoski. That's why we switched back to the 6, 5, 2, 1. Dice are moving. 2, 4, 2, 6. 2 times, and then the 6, 4, 6, 5 2 times. 2, 4, 2, 6. Then we got the hard 10, flowers, 55. Dice are moving. Hard 10, flowers in the attic. All right. 2, 4, 2, 6. And then we'll switch to the 6, 4, 6, 5. And we got the 2, 5, 7. Not a bad run. 17 roller. Made a couple dollars. And let's get back at it. We got 10 shooters or an hour and a half. All right, those dice are moving. Badlands in first place. Saving my money. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, sir. We'll give a fifth of the prize money. Here we go. 6521. And we got a 5-1, the main point. KitchenAid mixer. Nice, good looking hit. All right. Those dice are moving. 5-1, KitchenAid. Six, 4, 6, 5, since we got the DC looking to get it to the outside. And we got the 4-1-5. Viva. All right, dice are moving. The 5 was the case. Sorry, got to come down. Bets were all jacked up. Dice are moving. 2, 4, 2, 6. Trying to stay away from that 5. And we got the 6, 4, 10 on the end. Dice are moving. 2, 4, 2, 6. We're 8, 10 or more. And we got a 2, 6, 8, the main point of the set. Dice are moving. Duracell 2, 6, 8. Saquon. 2, 4, 2, 6. We got a 1, 4, 5. Our DC is gone. All right, so we got spread 255. Dice are moving. 6, 5, 2, 1. Coming out. DC is gone. He was paid for already though. And we got a 628 Duracell. The Duracell 8. Dice are moving. It's 521. Got a 5-4 Nina. The Ninsky. Dice are moving. Nina. Hope 45. Billy D. Schmoot. It's 521. And we got a 314. All right. Dice are moving. Three, 1, 4. Six, 5, 2, 1. And we got the 347. All right. We made a little sham. All right. Those dice are moving. Padland still in first. Followed by Costi Carlo. Caniela. Buster 13. Super Miser 420. Everybody in the green. We must be doing something right. All right. New dice. May they be nice. Now to start off routine 6521. Then we got a 415, San Francisco. Dice are moving. 415, call. 6465 want to come out. Looking to get the DC to the outside. 6465. And we got a 65 yo. Good thing I had money on it. Made 68. And we'll turn off our place bets. Take down our place bets, actually. All right. Put 50 more on the DC. And dice are moving. 6-5 yo was the call. Six four, 6-5. Once again, looking to get the DC to the outside. We got the 3-4-7. And got us on that one. Good thing I turned off because I hit a horn. Woo. That would have been ugly. The strategy saved me. Dice are moving. All right, 6-5-2-1. And we got a 6-3 Nina. Oh, they didn't have me on. That's cold business. That's cold business. Didn't have me on. 6-3-9. Well, gotta go 6-5-2-1 once again. And we got a 6-2-8 this time. All right. Dice are moving. 6-2-8. The Duracell 8. 6-4-6-5. Looking to get that DC to the outside. $2-3-5 was the call. 2-3-5. All right. Dice are moving. $3-2-5. Magic. 2-4-2-6. Looking to stay away from that 5. And we got a hard 8, the main point. Dice are moving. We'll keep the 4, 8, and 10. Whatever else get hit is coming down. That was a square pair. 4-4 pool, dog. 2-4-2-6. And we got a 628 once again, the main point. Once again, back to back. Nice and moving. $268. Saquon. $2426. And that goes to 527. All right. Not bad. Made 458. All right. Dice are moving. All right. Let's go. Let's get it. Come on, we're on 6521. Got a 628. That 8 is back. 8 is back in town. Dice are moving. Six four, 6-5, looking to get the DC to the outside. And we got a hard 4. Beautiful. Hard 4 is the call. And those dice are moving. Hard 4. Deuce, deuce. Six, 5, 2, 1. And we got an ace deuce. The sauce. Got the sauce in there. We'll take that in for our ATS. I mean, for our DC. AC deuce. 6, 5, 2, 1 once again. Six, 5, Yoski. We'll take that one in as well. We need 2 more field bets to take in. Pay for our DC. Six, 5, 2, 1. And we got the 6.5 yield right back. All right, so we're good to go. Even if we hit the 4, we're paid for. So we're good to go. Let's start going. The yo once again. Six, 5, 2, 1. Too much rolling. I knew it. 4, 3, 7. Oh, good. All right. So second place, Badlands, Supervisor 420, Costi Carlo, 4th, Buster 13th, 5th, Caniella 6th, ready to get it in. We got 2 more shooters. I think we'll get through it. All right, here we go. All right, dice are moving. Here we go. Six, 5, 2, 1. Looking for it. Come on, 9th shooter. And we got a 415. All right. We'll run that back. Okay, so moving. 6, 5, 2, 1 once again. We got a hard 4. Hard 4. All right. Dice are moving. Hard 4 was the call. Deuce, deuce, double cup of Joe. Point is 5. 6, 4, 6, 5. Looking to get the DC to the outside. Don't know what happened, but came back down, I guess. 6, 4, 6, 5. Good thing I seen it. Looking to get the DC to the outside. And we got the 5 and 1 KitchenAid. DC will go to the 6. All right, dice are moving. All right, gotta go 2, 4, 2, 6. Stay away from that 6. Then we got a 5-4 Nina, Studio 54. It's 5-2-1. I mean, excuse me, 2-4-2-6. Trying to stay away from that 6. So we can't use the 6-5-2-1. Then we got a 6-3-9 right back. Nice and moving. The Nina. 2-4-2-6. And we got the 5-2-7. All right, there we go. Last shooter. The last shooter of the evening. Can we make something happen? Let's go to work. Last shooter. New pair of dice. I got a new pair of shoes. Here we go. 5, 6, 10 or yo. We got the 6, main point, 2x4. Pizza of lumber. Dice are moving. The lumber number will be called 6-5-2-1. And we got a hard 8. Hard 8 on the call. Dice are moving. Hard 8 with the call. Square pair, 4-4 bulldog. We got a 3-2-5. La Viva. Three, 2. Magic. 6521. And we got a 6.5 yield. Leoski. That's a move. M6 General. We got a 2x4 the main point. Front line. Weeder. Two by four piece of lumber. Two by four piece of lumber, the main point, back on the 6. Dice are moving. Another piece of lumber. Five, 16 yo. And we got a 628. Those dice are moving. Hater skater. An hour later. $6 yo. And we got the 8 right back. 628. Nice. Dice are moving. It's 521. Short roll. But we got a 415, the secondary point. Dice are moving. 415, San Francisco. And we got the 4, 6, 10 on the end. Dice are moving. Five, 6, 10 or horn. Or I mean, yo. And there it is, 1, 6, 7. And that's going to be it. And so, Badlands will finish second. Will help me keep the money. 2,600 for Badlands. Buster 13 in the positive. 1,200 bucks. Followed by Costi Carlo, Supermiser 420, and Caniella. Pretty good shooting night. 10 shooters, 89 rolls, 8.9, 7.42 SRR, 6.6 SOR. Point of the day is the 8, followed by the 6, and then the 5. All right, so 5, 6, and 8. 8 with 15, 6 with 13, 5 with 11, 7. I think we only had one come out cookie. No, let me see. 2 come out cookies. I was off for 1 and got hit by 1. Yeah. All right. Good shooting night. So we'll roll it over to next week. It'll be 20 bucks. All right. I want to say thank you to everybody for playing along. For those who played along, parlay for next week. Yep, 20 bucks. Yes, sir. Buster 13. Yes. All right. Appreciate you guys playing along. Appreciate you watching, commenting. Please hit that like button for me if you could. Means a lot, goes a long way. And have a good night. I may be shooting with Brian in the morning with HGS. So check that out. And then I'll have probably a little live come on around 11-ish, probably 12-ish, actually, depending. All right. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. As I always say, life is like crap. You never know what rolls next. Peace. See you, everybody. Have a good night.